Hello everyone. Not sure if we have a new group or anything, but my name is Brianna. And for this week's discussion board, I wanted to share my thoughts on my experience on applying for university scholarships, financial aid, all that good stuff. So if I look over here, it's because I have my notes. But overall, I can confidently say that my experience was pretty good. It was the least amount of stressful that it can get, just because I was very fortunate enough to have a very strong support system. This includes my family and the teachers and staff at the time of my high school. So beginning with my family, my sister-in-law was the one that seeked a higher education. She was the one that was attending Texas Tech at the time, and she had 2 degrees, so she was very familiar with all that applying for stuff and scholarships. So she truly was the one that helped me throughout the process of applying for UTEP. Actually, applying for UTEP was my school. I'll get into that. But applying for Texas Tech for another program, for FAFSA and for scholarships, she would send me like opportunities and help me whenever I had questions. I was not scared to ask her at all, just because she was very familiar with the system. And this is not to say that my parents weren't supportive. They were very much supportive. They wanted me to seek a higher education and get a good career. They would always say, don't end up like us, which is very funny to say because I think they're very strong-willed, strong-minded, very good people. Just because they didn't have a higher education, they wanted me to seek something more than what they had. And I say this because at the time they didn't have a lot of opportunities as I did at my time. So they had to choose between supplying the family with food and money. So it's either they had to work or they had to get an education, and obviously they picked our family first. So that's the only reason they didn't seek any higher education, but they were very supportive. Back to my school, my high school teachers and staff and counselors, they were very supportive as well. They had good programs to help us. I was in the early college program, so with the teachers that were professors in the early college, they helped us a lot to apply or to do that whole early college program and then going to UTEP. The counselor at the time, she was, I forgot what it's called, but she worked for both, and she was there to specifically help us with applying to colleges and scholarships. We had a tight-knit community when it came to that, so they would often push us to hey, don't forget to apply for FAFSA. There's a couple of scholarships that you guys might qualify for. So yeah, they were very supportive. We had workshops as well, so if you had any questions or had no clue or had no Wi-Fi actually, we would go to school and we would do the application there. So it was really stress-free. It was very helpful. At no point was I stressed about not being able to apply for something, just because I knew that my support system was pretty solid. Let's see, did I forget anything? No, but yeah, truly it was pretty solid. These people really helped me, guide me through the process of applying for scholarships, FAFSA, and universities. So yeah.